He has a wonderful show called Fuckheads at Lovecraft Bar in the Lower East Side. Give it up for Alex Gardet.
Thank you, Philip. I'll get it out. What song was that?
It was a missed opportunity.
Oh. Yeah, and the thing that impressed me the most about Zillow is how fast her hands are. Very quick little pause. Like, it's like if you like dangle a piece of yarn in front of the cat, right, and then it just bats at it. Zillow's hands are faster. I did get hit in the chest. I don't know, like she's got a cute face. Like, what do you want me to do? I mean, like, obviously, you know, I mean, she's not the only Sandoval with a cute face. That's her brother over there. He's adorable. Look at the guy. He's got that little nose that she has and that smile. You're a handsome guy, brother. Some homo. Some homo. That's the way he looks. I like the way you two look too. I feel like I'm about to get like sensitivity training. A very gentle presence. I feel like I don't know, like not a severe sensitivity. Like I said something stupid to a kid in my class and you guys have to sit me down. See how your arms are on your laps like that? It's like a calming sort of lecturing sort of thing. I like it, it's cool. It's cool, because I was always that kid getting in trouble. I was a little monster, bro. I was always a little, maybe, I don't know what it is, like I had such a, I don't know, maybe, you know, I think it kind of started with my name. Now, she brought me on stage as Alex Gardet, but actually my name is Alexis, which is a girl's name. All right, let's not pussyfoot around this. I don't want people coming up and like, oh no, in some countries. I didn't grow up in other countries. I grew up in the States. So as you can imagine, I got no end of grief for it in middle school. You know, the kids would call me hurtful names like Sexy Alexi. Like no one wants to be sexy in middle school, you know? It's a stigma, it's like having lice. But you're sexy instead. And like my parents weren't any help, I'd go home to them, I'd be like, Mom, Dad, why did you give me this girl's name? The kids keep making fun of me, and they're like, well, we didn't give you a girl's name. You tell those kids that you're named after a 19th century French philosopher named Alexis de Tocqueville. Yeah, thanks, that'll show them. Who's the woman now? Oui. Take that, middle schoolers. Maybe not supposed to do anything. I went to boarding school too. I went to boarding school, right? More of that shit ensued in boarding school. My parents, I love them, but they're always putting me in these like socially awkward positions, right? And like, let me tell you about my boarding school. It was a remedial boarding school, you know what I mean? It was a remedial boarding school, so if you couldn't hack it at your school back home, right, they'd send you to this school that had a curriculum tailored around your cognitive disabilities. All right, so what that means is that you have a bunch of 15 to 18-year-olds who know they fucked up, who know they didn't meet their parents' expectations, all in one place, looking for someone to victimize because they've been feeling inferior all their lives. And of course it happens to be me. Now let me tell you how that came about. All right, we're playing a name game. It's orientation day, Froelich, all right? You know what I'm saying? All the parents are dropping their kids off at school. And we're doing like this introduce yourself things in our little orientation clusters. All right, so the name game went like this, right? It's like, hi, I'm Alex and I bring the apples. You'd be like, hi, I'm Nick and I bring the Nikes, you know, and so on and so forth. So the kids and the parents are playing. So of course, you know the kids, they're all trying to prove how hard they are, right? They're all like, I'm Brennan and I bring the beers, yeah. I'm Todd and I bring the tequila, yeah. Gets to my dad, I'm Arthur and I bring the ambiance. Oh God! Thanks a lot, Dad! Well, that was actually a very popular word used by 19th century French philosopher Alexis de Tocqueville, who my kid is named after, by the way. He didn't say all that, but he might as well have. It wasn't like, I had a good time there. It was good for me to go there, you know? And like, I actually went to school with Sam Waterston's son, you know, the actor from Law and Order? He also went to this remedial boarding school, all right? Now, it was cool. Now, like, and I've never watched Law and Order, but I know Sam Waterston was a good actor, because on the day that all the parents were dropping their kids off, he's the only dad that didn't look really disappointed. So that's some good acting, Sam. You almost look proud. Okay, let me get real with you, right? Like, I come from a privileged background. Now, it's like the only context I have, you know, to go off of, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to, like, lord it over anybody. I myself am quite a humble tradesmith. I'm a comic and a waiter, all right? I'm as blue collar as you could get, having grown up in a house with a gigantic backyard. But like, it doesn't mean I'm any better than anybody. We're all the same. It's just that my bad memories are way fancier than yours. That's all it is. All right? I've been spanked at the opera by the maid. Like my parents, we get in weird fights. I butt heads with my dad, but in my household, like, you know, my dad and I got into a fight over, like, you know, how to cook a piece of duck breast. He's like, hey Lex, you want me to help you cut the fat off that duck breast? I'm like, no Dad, stop trying to mold me into the person you want me to be. I don't want to go to grad school. I know what he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying? So Zilla, I'm glad you went to Canada. I was actually overseas for Thanksgiving too. I went to London, England, where my parents now live. A great place. No Spanish there. I fucking hate it. There's no Spanish at all. It's like, bro, where are all the Dominicans at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are all those happy, loud-ass Dominicans that make me feel better? I like it. I'm not even hating, okay? This is how I feel. There's no resentment in this. They're fun. They're loud. They're awesome. Like, how can you not love them? They're always happy, you know what I mean? You can walk through a Dominican cemetery and the corpses are still talking to each other. Like, oye papi, ¿cómo tú estás? Estoy muerto. ¿Tú estás muerto también? Todos estamos muertos. Oye, José, ya toca bachata. Oye, no puedo, está muerta. Ay, no importa. Fucking love it, dude. You know what else I love about Dominicans? They can get any girl they want because they can say how they feel, unlike us repressed-ass white people. Let me explain to you, all right? I was at boarding school, and my friend Stevie Martinez is talking to the most beautiful girl there, Larkin Williams, beautiful girl, from Tennessee. Stevie's like, where are you from? She's like, Tennessee. Oh yeah? Do you live in a house? Stevie asks. Larkin says, I live in a development. Stevie's like, I'd like to develop my way into your heart. And she giggled. I couldn't do shit like that. I can't. I gotta hide shit. I gotta be subtle. I don't even ask girls out anymore. I just kind of, we meet up and do you want to get a drink? Like, this is my impression of like what a white courtship needs to be, you know? Because we gotta be all coy. Watch my white courtship. All right? Stepping over the base. Basically, you gotta be like this lordly badass on horseback, right? And you're just basically like riding by, like, yes, and then you splash a woman's petticoat. She's like, you have splashed my coat. And the white guy's like, welcome to the wild, my lady. And then he rides off all cavalier. But in his heart, he loves her, and but he can't say that yet. And she's like, oh, doth my heart flutter for him too? And he's like, methinks that she did take my heart, but I am not sure, but my heart beateth. That's how we gotta do it. I don't own a horse. Well, I'm fucked. I rely on the subway. To get home. And I love that because, like, you know, I work as a server at this upscale bowling lounge at the Port Authority bus terminal. You guys should come there sometime, it's great. So I take the N or W to get home, right? So we know that, like, when you take the N or W train, do you like me?
Yes.
Okay, great. When you take the N or W train, like, you know, the Q train also goes on the same platform. But we all know that the Q train now only stops at 57th Street, 7th Avenue, right? So I know that when it comes rumbling through, I ain't going home because it ain't an N or W. But if I see a pretty girl on that platform, I get on that Q train, baby. It's like, that's right, baby. I don't live in the boroughs. I live in Manhattan. What? I'm a straight baller. Why am I dressed in black like a waiter? That's how we roll at the hedge fund. Our uniforms gotta match our Amex cards. I'll leave you on this. I also went to summer camp when I was a kid, right? It was an all-boys camp in North Carolina, a very Christian-y place, right? So in keeping with, like, you know, the conservative allure of it all, whenever we did meet with girls, it was for a square dance, right? A square dance. It was the best part of the whole fucking thing, I swear to God. I mean, like, they'd come, we'd learn a new form of dancing, we'd dance with them for a couple of hours, they'd leave, we'd learn how to pine for them, like English, like romantic poets. But this terrible thing happened once where my age group of 13-year-old boys got paired with the age group of 8-year-old girls. Ugh. Right, that's a big age difference. That's like if today, as a 35-year-old, you had me square dance with an 8-year-old girl. And my friend was bragging on the van ride home. He's like, well, I danced with a cutie. He's like, we all did. They were 8-year-old girls. They're small mammals. Of course they're cute. I got made fun of for being Jewish there, too. And so, like, I'd call my parents. They weren't any help. I'd be like, Mom, Dad, why did you send me to this Christian camp? I'm Jewish. The kids keep making fun of me. They're like, well, you tell those kids that you have the same religion as first century Galilean Rabbi Jesus Christ. Boom! In your face. All right, thank you very much. I'm Alex Garnez.